news and information station.
Welcome back. With us now is Taylor C. Berger. We are talking about Memphis Area Legal Services Low-Income Taxpayer Clinic. Taylor, we've gone into sort of the problems you guys deal with and the structure of the clinic. I know that part of the federal grant is also, there's an educational component with the community. Can you tell us some about that?
Sure. This is constitutes about 15% of our time that we devote to educating taxpayers about their rights and obligations under the tax code. Our primary target population is ESL, English as a second language, individuals and families, because often they haven't grown up with this system. They're not they don't know the things that we take for granted about the tax code, and so we'll try to have seminars, classes, any kind of activities that we can engage that population and just give them a little bit of information that helps them over their fear of dealing with a big government organization, and just a lot of them are losing out on a lot of entitlements that they have under the system, and possibly even missing some important benefits that might even help them get legal residency status and things like that. So it's something that we do it's kind of a lot of fun for me and our other volunteers who can go out there and talk to these groups. It takes a little bit to get over that first hump, and we got to show to them that we're here as private attorneys, and we're not sharing information with the IRS or the government, and that we just want to help them be able to help themselves. One of the first things we emphasize, though, is that the IRS too doesn't care about their immigration status. The IRS has one job, and that's to collect money. Okay, they don't share information with law enforcement or immigration information with law enforcement or anything like that. They'll give you a tax ID number if you don't have a social that you can pay taxes on, and they don't care your status. The law says if you're living in the United States, you have to pay your share of taxes, and that's what they do. So I try to let people know that first of all, and the truth is most ESL populations that I speak to have no problem paying taxes. They want to pay taxes. They're happy to be here and happy to be able to work and provide for their families, and they want to give back. The problem is they don't know how, or they're a little bit fearful of any kind of interaction with the government. So, we go in there and we explain the I-10 procedure, how to get a tax ID number if you don't have a social security number, and then how to use that number to report and possibly have your employer withhold or that type of thing. We also provide them with some information on who they can go to for help filing their taxes, because a lot of them, even if they do file, they're going to their local Mo Money Taxes or kind of thinly veiled title loan type of operation, and we try to steer them more towards VITA, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Group that's at the library, and those kind of groups that don't have an interest in doing anything but getting what that taxpayer deserves and doing things right. So we try to steer them towards those organizations. We let them know about our services, about how we are able to assist if a controversy does arise. So we're always looking for opportunities to network with other organizations that work with ESL populations, and just, if anybody is out there listening, we'd be happy to hear from you and organize some kind of a talk or presentation or whatever works for your organization.
So they just need to call the Memphis Area Legal Services number, and we'll run that on the screen at the end of the show. So I guess as far as just summarizing all of this, you guys are guides to help low-income individuals with their tax problems.
Yeah, and that's right. And I'll just stress again that there's lots of organizations that will help you prepare your taxes. We come in after there's been some kind of a conflict, there's some kind of a problem, and again, where you're not getting what you deserve, or the IRS has sent you a notice that you owe something that you don't owe. Okay, it's a huge organization trying to do a lot of accounting, and mistakes happen. Okay, and we're able to fix those mistakes because we know the procedure, and quite honestly, the IRS wants to fix them too. They're not that bad of an organization. They want to get what they deserve under the law, but nothing more. So when you kind of look at it that way, I think it works out pretty well. Let me think.
Well, and as we're sort of coming to the end of our time here, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, where did I think we both worked in the same clinic out in Seattle. And then you came here and got this one started to sort of help the Memphis metropolitan area and all. So, that's something that I think it's interesting, when you've got somebody that goes across the country and comes back home to do something good.
Yeah.
So,
well, that just brings to the point. The LITC program is a national program. There's, one in every state at least, and in most major cities at least one. And, I got my start in Seattle after law school, and then when I moved back here, saw that we didn't have one here in Memphis. And so we're going into our second year, and, we received a little bit more grant funding that enables us to hire a full-time attorney to do this work. And, it's an exciting program, and I hope that we can involve more private attorneys, really.
Our time is up for this edition of Legalese. I'd like to thank our guest for taking time out of his busy schedule to be with us and sharing his thoughts and insights. You can learn more about the Memphis Area Legal Services Low-Income Taxpayer Clinic by calling them at the number 901-523-8822. If you would like more information about Legalese or any other program on GHS TV, please refer to our website at www.ghstv.org. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to join us next month for more discussions on legal topics. Until then, I'm Vince Perryman. Thank you for watching.